The task at hand is these mixers here. I'll show it to you before we get started on it. I'll show you how to fix these right here. At least how I do it. You know what I mean. Your results may vary. You know, it's for entertainment purposes only. You know. What I'm working on today is these. What I'm doing today is these two needle valve mixers on them internationals there, and the problem being is these tapered. There's a brass or bronze thing down in right there. I'll get one and show it to you. To the point that these are out of other mixers that I done did this to, but you can see somebody done already rammed a drill bit sideways up in there and drilled another hole in it, chipped it off there, but it's out. And same way here, this one was removed. The same way I'm going to do this. This way most of them you find them, but they get stuck in there. It's a tapered thing right there. You know what I'm talking about. If you got this problem, you'll actually know what I'm talking about if you have one of these engines. And the one I have in the machine here now, already fixed it up, is a 3 horsepower. This is a 1.5, identical, but the one on there is broken off. So let's get these out. This one is seized up, and I would like to reuse it. So we're gonna get it out with a plug, and I've already got everything tightened up here, good to go. And what I done, I'll tell it to you. Wait just a minute. Cast iron. You want to be careful with it too. And that looks like it's quite thick. Now some of these right here will be rusted paper thin, so some of them it don't work on. But you know, if you've got one with it stuck in there, you just will to go about it some other way. But even if it's paper thin, you actually can weld that up and proceed from there. But the way this one has ended up, I'm going to do it this way. It's a Q. This right here is one of them Q drill bits. You know what I mean? They ain't got no number on it. We'll just drill straight through the cast iron part only. The bottom of these things right here is hollow. Port goes up through yonder, and then it's drilled sideways, and the way you turn that, corresponding to which hole is open, does 3 different things. Oh yeah, I'll show you that. Oh yeah, and the way that I determined where I was going to drill that hole at, the way that I determined that is I looked down in that port right there and kind of visualized. I'll show you something. I kind of visualized where the center of that shaft would be going down through there on the bottom right here, and then I touched the felt pin to it right there. And then I thought about it some and kind of, did it sideways like this and like that and imagined where the center line of that thing would be. And that's where I'm going to drill the hole. If you're off a little bit, it won't be of no matter. But we've got that drilled right there with some success, and the thickness of the metal just visually under is quite thick. The thickest one I have encountered. That Q drill bit is the size for this. That's that 1/8 pipe thread right there. So you just hold you down a little bit of pressure with that center point right there. You know what I mean? We're going to thread that while we got it right here. We're going to run that tap down through there. That's 1/8 MPT is code word there, but the thread's going to be straight with that hole that we just drilled. Because we ain't moved nothing yet. And oh yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go about right there. If need be, if we need to plug to seat a little bit deeper, then we can go a little bit more. Oh yeah. I'll leave that in there till I get us a plug. Seems I didn't film that part right there, so I'll show you what it was. The plug right there, and to put that, because I'd like for it to go a little bit deeper anyway. So I can put this back in there if I didn't already tell it to you. And I'll show you. It gets bigger up here at the top. And all I'm doing is holding a little pressure down on that quill right there to keep that thing centered up. You know what I mean? It ain't got no choice hardly to not be straight at that point. Yeah, okay, that's, I had done called it good enough earlier, but I think that'd even be more better right there. And I may put a brass plug in there when it's all said and done. I like to use them brass plugs. But I got one right here at hand, brand spanking new, and ain't never been used, the kind that would have been used in this year model of equipment. Just the bare honor, no cadmium. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's better than good right there. Yeah, okay, see, we opened up a hole right there, and then we put that thread in there, so we opened and closed it in that one operation right there. We have to get this thing, it's stuck in there. We have to get that out. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put a punch down in there and knock that out. It's going to be real easy, but let's go over at the workbench to do that. And before we go though, I'm gonna break this down and we'll go ahead and knock that other one out there, that 1.5. This right here is a 3 horsepower, 2 needle valves. This this seat right here, this thread right here, the depth of the thread is about 2 threads shorter than that other carburetor mixer. It's only about 3 threads right there. So you have to be kind of remembering that. And some of these will be rusted so much away that you have to weld this up. Oh yeah. I'm going to make it a little deeper. Oh yeah. I'm going to turn that thread in for grade right there. Leave a comment. Let's get over on the workbench now and get that there. It's fuel setting selector, I guess what you call it. That tapered thing. That's that. That's that PB blaster right there. That's some good stuff right there. I think it actually works for whatever it is. You know, it's priced right too. You know, it just works for me. I'm just saying. But, oh yeah, it was a little high. I run my finger across there and I could. Oh yeah, somebody stamped the N in there and something over there. Huh, quite interesting. It's a good gasket surface. But you know, you just run a file on everything as a courtesy, you know. And the needle valves looks really, really, really good. So we'll be all right there. Let's knock this out of here and be done with it. And what I'm gonna do is take this drift punch right here and poke it right down in that hole that we drilled. And I'm going in. I'll show you. Here's one got kind of like that right there. But I'm going in the center of that right there is where I'm going. That's where you got to get in there. So, and you can, yeah. And I'm gonna strike it quite briskly with the hammer on the other end right there, and we'll see if we can knock that out. And I got it clamped up pretty decent in the vise right there on that headpiece down there. That's how easy it is. Part went to the floor. Boy, it was really stuck in there. That port there going this way was the one that was open. We'll see what the setting was. But we got her out of there, and I think we can reuse this in here for sure. Oh yeah, that's a 1.5 horsepower. I need a 3 horsepower kind of badly. I don't have a good one. We looked out on that, but that's the way you do that. It's the way, and you know, ain't no damage there or there. So, and I was braced right here on the edge of the vise, so everything was in our favor. Plus, I done already oiled it up a long time ago with that PB blaster. And oh yeah, let's look down in yonder. Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll put this in that electrolysis tank down there and clean that up. Oh, yeah, that's a good carburetor now. And the setting, now that we got it free, oh, let's spray that down. You know, that's perfect use for this stuff right here, I think. You know, just spray it liberally like that and then turn it like that. Okay, the hole is in correspondence to that short pointer. So that's the hole that's open, being the one that is up on top right here. It's on run, because if you look down in that hole, that's the hole going that way that corresponds with this one. So it was frozen in a run position. So, well, let's get that other. Well, that's what I did today. So let's do it again. We'll knock this one right here out of there. Oh, yeah. We'll knock that one out of there, see if we can find it. Oh, yeah. Let's get it out of the floor. Another one with a drift punch. Oh, yeah. Now we can salvage this one right here. See? And we didn't drill this hole in here. Don't be confused. We did not drill that hole in there. That's the way they're made from the factory. We only drilled like a quarter of an inch deep right here, just through that metal right there only. This was existing hole. That's what we was imagining to find. So it's 3 horsepower, and then the other part down here, the plug, and I'm going to use this right here. You know, just this type plug right here, seal it up with permanent, but and that's it. Just kind of goes away right there. And if you ever want to, you could drain it for some reason, or knock after this gets cleaned up and set for some time, it'll stick again. Oh yes, look down in yonder. Oh, y'all can't see that, but if we take that plug out, we can see through it a little bit better. Let some light up in there, a shadow, you know. Oh, yeah. We'll put this carburetor right here, this mixer. Let's go over and put it on that. We'll use this one right here on that Doug Thornhill engine over. It's got good threads everywhere. We'll run a tap in here and here. And it's got a great seat in there. Well, you know, save 2 more. You know what I mean? You do have an option of this way of repairing those. And like I say, we're going to be able to save this now that we got it out. But every time, almost 10 times out of 10, if you try to budge this around with a wrench, it'll twist off. Oh, yeah. And like I say, we'll clean this up over and put us a handle on it. It's got a square place. It'll be quite easy.